In this video, you'll learn how to activate your Namecheap email using cPanel step by step in a clear and simple way. By the end, you'll have a working email address based on your own domain, ready to use for personal or business communication. First, let's briefly talk about what we're doing and why. When you buy hosting and a domain, you often get the ability to create custom email addresses like info@yourdomain.com. To actually start using those email addresses, you need to create them inside your hosting control panel, which in this case is cPanel, and that's what we're about to do. To begin, you need to log into your cPanel account. There are usually two convenient ways to get there. The first is through your hosting dashboard, where you can click through directly to cPanel. The second is by going to a special address in your browser, which is your domain name followed by /cPanel. For example, you would type yourdomain.com/cPanel into the address bar. Use whichever method is more familiar or comfortable for you. Once you're on the cPanel login page, enter your cPanel username and password, then sign in. After logging in, you'll see a page with a lot of different icons and sections. Don't worry if it looks a bit overwhelming at first. We're only going to use the email area for this tutorial. Look for the section labeled email. This section usually appears near the top or middle of the page, depending on your hosting layout. Inside that section, find and click on email accounts. This is where all of your domain-based email addresses are created and managed. When the email accounts page opens, you might see a list of existing accounts, or it might be empty if you're setting this up for the first time. To create a new email address, look for a button that says Create with a plus sign next to it and click that. Now you'll see a form where you can set up your new email account. Start by choosing the username, which is the part that comes before the @ symbol. For example, you might type info, support, or your first name, depending on how you plan to use the address. Make sure the domain shown next to it is the correct one if you have more than one domain on the same hosting account. Next, you'll need to create a password for this email account. Pick a strong password that you haven't used elsewhere. It's a good idea to include a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols, and to store it somewhere safe like a password manager so you don't lose access later. Once you've entered the username and password and you're happy with your choices, click the Create button at the bottom of the form. cPanel will process your request, and after a moment, your new email account will appear in the list of email accounts on that page. At this point, your Namecheap email is activated in cPanel and ready to use. From here, you can access webmail, connect the address to an email app on your phone or computer, or set up forwarding, depending on what you need. That's all there is to it. You've successfully created and activated a custom email address through your Namecheap hosting using cPanel.